Well, welcome to Channel No Name. You got me,
Channel
Mike,
no name.
Channel No Name. What's the
Because we
name?
don't need a name.
Channel No Name.
Channel no
Channel No
name.
Name. Channel No Name.
Channel no name.
We got Kevin
Because
here.
we don't
We
need
got
a name.
Michael.
That's me.
And we're going to be talking about Marvel today. This is the nerd part of the channel. Kevin, tell them what we
Nerds.
got.
Nerds.
Check my
We're
glasses.
going to talk about, even though this movie came out a while ago, we've been wanting to talk about it for a while because we haven't had the opportunity to. So why not do it on camera? Why not do it for everyone else?
Yeah. I
We're
want
going
to
to
talk
be
about the
talking
whole
about
phase.
Thor.
Now, the more I think about it, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you. Because there's
No,
so
no,
many
it's cool.
things I want to talk about, praise,
Yeah,
and so much shit I want to talk shit about. But sorry, I spoke
exactly.
over you when you said it. Can you say it again?
Thor,
Go back.
Love, and Thunder.
Thor, Love, and Thunder.
The last Thor movie. Well, the latest Thor
The
movie.
last Thor bender.
The last Thor bender. Lightning.
Now,
Yeah.
my experience with the movie ties down to your experience with the movie. And what I mean by that is you watched the movie first, and when I told you I was gonna watch it, you were like, it's all right. You know, you told me it was whack. So then when I watched it, I felt like because I didn't even watch it in theater because of that. I was like, I don't need to watch it in theater.
Oh, you waited.
I waited and I ended up liking it. And I think the reason why I liked it was because my expectations were so low
Ah,
that I
I
was
see. That's
able to
good.
overlook the bad parts.
Mhm.
But then after I got a chance to like sit down and really like take in the movie, I started realizing the flaws, you know?
Okay.
So I want to go into you first. I feel like it would be better
Yeah.
for you to tell me what you thought about the movie the first one, and then we can build off from there.
Yeah. So, like, my overall feelings towards the movie is like, I was disappointed. Like, I don't think the movie's like super whack. I don't think like, it's not as bad as Dark World. I think it's called the second
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's still better than Dark World.
It is way better. Like I do, I obviously I thought Ragnarok was like it's still probably one of the best like
Yeah,
MCU films. Like it's
sure.
it's it's so much fun. But I think with this one, it was like I think they try to continue like the same tone, the same like light, like silly, like Thor. You can't take Thor serious. Like
Mhm.
that's it. This dude's he's a joke.
Yeah,
Like honestly, he's a joke.
that's the issue.
Yeah, so like that, I feel like with this movie, I feel like they try to make it so funny that there was parts where you can tell like it was initially supposed to be like emotional, like for example, like one scene that we can obviously get into it, but
Mhm.
with Sif I think it's called, how she dies. Her the chick who dies from it's like it
The
was
chick that was in the original Thor movie.
yes in the
Yeah,
original, yeah, Sif. So she dies and like Thor's like yo, we gotta go save this chick. So he goes and she's there like dying and shit. And I feel like she was like an important character in like his life and like
hmm
in the
one
movies
of his
that
long lifelong
yeah, like
friends.
and I feel like they made it funny where it's just like I don't really care about this death. Like I don't
Yeah,
really
I 100% agree.
yeah. So that was like one example. It's just like like I see where this is going, and like also Gore was like I feel like Christian Bale was like overqualified for this fucking movie. Like I
Yeah,
feel like
that's part of the
he
movie.
was too good, and like all his scenes, I wanted more of him, and there wasn't enough of Gore. There wasn't enough. I think he had like maybe like 20 minutes like in the film, like in general. Like the
Yeah,
man, the man had little to like, and I wanted more. I wanted
yeah,
more
same
of
here.
him. I love like what they did with him, and like he was definitely like the highlight of the film for me. Like
Mhm.
he saved it for me. Like I think if Gore wasn't in the movie, then it just would have been like, guy,
Yeah,
like this movie's a fucking joke. So overall, like generally, I liked the movie, but I was also disappointed. If that makes sense. Like I was just like,
no, I get it.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't want them to continue with this tone. I don't want
no,
them. I think what's his name, Taika, like the director
Yeah,
Taika Waititi,
Wahidi?
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love him. You know, I
Yeah.
love him. I think he's great. Like, but I feel like I don't know. I think his whole style is played out already with Thor.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where a lot of the problems like stem from. Again, he's a great director. I love all of his shit.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
again, he made the best Thor movie, which is Ragnarok. And that movie
Incredible.
blows my mind. I'll fucking watch that shit right now.
Yeah.
So good.
I
And
watched that movie mad times. I watched the movie like
yeah.
more than 5 times at least, and
Yep.
it
But
never
then what ended up
fails.
happening is they had so much success with it, like he almost got lazy where he just tried to copy and paste that movie, but it's not that movie. And there's multiple reasons why. It's
Excuse
because
me.
it's like Ragnarok was a remedy to Dark World. Dark World was too dark, too serious. It had
Mm-hmm.
nothing going for it. Ragnarok went on the other direction, more colorful, more light, more fun. But it's like we still kind of have to find that middle ground where it's like somewhat serious, somewhat fun. But he kept
Yeah.
going in the direction of fun and colorful, and you feel it throughout the whole movie that it takes it away from you.
Mm-hmm.
I was enjoying Lady Thor. I was enjoying like I enjoyed the love triangle between Thor, the Hammer, and
Oh
Stormbreaker.
my
Love
god.
that. That was
That
beautiful.
was so good. I love that too. That was funny.
And like yeah, those moments, I was like I was leapfrogging from moment to moment, and those things were
Mm-hmm.
keeping me entertained. But then when I realized like the trajectory of the movie, the character development, the themes, when you start looking at that stuff, it's like, oh no, this movie's a complete failure. And
Yo.
and,
Yo.
and what I mean by that is like the movie, especially because it starts off with Gore, right? So it's like
Yeah.
build the movie around him. And Gore is a dark character. He's you know what I mean? Like he's literally black and white. He's
Mm-hmm.
evil. He's mad at the universe. He's ready to fucking kill. And there was not enough focus on that. Like you had a bunch of gods being killed. We never seen any of them get killed, right? Gore the Butcher. Let him do his job. Give us a couple scenes of him killing a couple gods. You know, later on they go into that scene where they're with in that like auditorium with all the gods. It's like, all right, let's keep going on that theme. Let's meet a few of the gods. We didn't meet too many of them. And what a perfect scene for Gore to show up and really show his power. Or he could
Yo.
have been killing gods there, could have
Imagine.
been chaos, like, and that could have disrupted why they wouldn't want to help, like all that stuff. It's like that would have been solid, but they didn't capitalize on it. And to kind of like fast forward to the end where they had that fight on that black and white planet, right? It was the three of them. It was Thor, Lady Thor, and Valkyrie.
Necropolis.
I don't remember the name of the
I
planet.
forgot the name of it.
It was a
Yeah.
black and white
Whatever.
planet,
Yeah, yeah. I
and
know
he was trying
exactly
to
what you're
trap
talking. I
them.
remember that. Yeah.
And like
That was a highlight for me.
I thought it was great. And
And I
same,
think that's why I remember that because that was like probably my favorite part of the movie.
it got down to the nitty gritty of what we like with Marvel, like the combat,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But to me, I thought that was like a perfect example of what went wrong with the movie over and over. Was you had this dark black and white scene where they're fighting, it's action packed, it's serious, and then I think that's when Valkyrie gets hurt. So then they teleport back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then that's when they go into the scene of like of fucking Natalie Portman in the hospital. And it like we're in this dark scene, and then boom, we flash back, and then like Thor's back in his rainbow colored outfit. They're making
Yeah.
jokes in the hospital. It's like it's kind of serious, but it's not. And
Mm-hmm.
I felt like we were in the climax of the movie. We're in the climax of the movie, and they're like, oh, they took it away, and now we're
Yeah,
like
they took it. Yeah.
kind of no stakes. And again, that color, like when I started thinking about that outfit, which I thought was corny right away, because his first
Mm-hmm.
outfit in the movie was good. He had that
Yeah.
black leather, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just the red and blue, yellow, super bright, and it's like now I'm looking at a silly cartoon now.
Mm-hmm.
That was the moment when they go back, when they leave that fight. I'm like, oh, this is a problem. You know what I mean? Like it's too
Yeah.
colorful, it's too kiddish for something
Mm-hmm.
that is based around a god butcher. You know what I mean? This dark,
Yeah.
and that kind of, I think that was sprinkled throughout the movie in many ways.
Yeah, I think he didn't like make like the movie, how can I say this? Gore Gore was so dark, and like you say, like he's black and white, like he's grim, like they didn't, it's like you said, like they didn't show him, and they kind of did like in the beginning where they show
At
like
first,
all the gods dying. Like
mhm.
they did like a little like slideshow and shit where they show like
Yeah,
all the gods, and I'm just like,
that's not
bro,
enough.
like show this dude like what he really does.
Yes,
Show him be a butcher. Like show him Gore the God Butcher. Like he just did. Realistically, he only killed one god in the movie. That was in the beginning,
exactly.
and this was before he became Gore. This is how he became Gore.
Yeah,
You know, in the beginning, with like the sun god, not the
yeah,
sun god, but his
yeah. The
god,
sun god.
whatever.
It was a sun god.
Um, yeah, that was really the only time
Yeah, show
when
us
Gore
more.
killed. But like, and then
Show us how much of a beast he is.
yeah, and like they and like that part where they just showing like, oh, he killed this god, he killed this god. I'm just like, I want to see it. I want to see this shit. I want to see like, and I've read the comic. I read the whole like the graphic novel, and like that shit is crazy. Like
Mhm.
like in the comics, Gore becomes Gore because it's kind of like he kind of took some of it where he doesn't believe in gods anymore because they're not answering to his prayers. Like
Mhm.
his wife dies in the comics, and then his kid dies. So he's just like, I fucking hate the gods. Like that's it. I'm gonna kill every fucking god. And they actually show him do it in the comics.
That's so
They actually
important.
show this dude like, yo, he's not fucking around. Like, and everyone's terrified of this dude. Everyone's terrified. Like, yo, you hear about what's going on and shit. And there's like fucking time traveling Thors in the fucking comic. It's crazy. Like,
That's
there's like a,
dope.
a older Thor like helping the younger Thor, and like he's also helping like a very arrogant like super younger Thor. Like it's crazy. I definitely recommend reading that shit. But like to compare, it's just like it. I don't think it was like nearly as like evil as he was in the comics. And like
Yeah.
again, Christian Bale did amazing.
Mhm.
Like he he that man fucking nailed like he nailed the character. But the movie was so like light and like playful and like silly. It was just like, and I don't mind that. I don't mind doing, like, obviously Ragnarok had like the perfect amount of it.
Yeah.
The perfect amount of laughs, the perfect amount of like emotion. Like it was great. But like you said, like Ragnarok, I mean Love and Thunder just fucking took all that silliness and just put that shit on overdrive. Where like all the like were like the factors in the movie that were supposed to not be silly and like supposed to like not have that tone, like it ended up being overshadowed by it.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like it was,
100%.
I was just like, yo, like, I don't know,
And
I
like,
can't.
even with the time that they focus on certain scenes, like, right, they could have been showing us scenes of Gore the God Butcher butchering gods. They could have had that
Hmm.
big fight there, but instead they're showing us a play about the last movie. Like, they did that joke already in Ragnarok. Like, all right, they're doing the joke there.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Like I saw it again yesterday, and I'm just like this was funny in Ragnarok,
Yeah, but you're doing it
but like
again.
you don't have to do it again.
Yeah. You could put like a quick scene of you see the playwrights, because I was happy to see them again because I liked the scene in
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
like Matt
I'm watching,
Damon and shit as
yeah,
Loki. That was funny.
I like that. But it was just like, now I'm watching here.
Great
It's like, this is pointless. You're wasting my time. And you're cutting
cycle.
other important scenes out to put this in. And then they're showing us all like how touristic uh the place had become. Like, they
Yeah.
had the ice cream shop.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
New Asgard. Yeah.
Mask, exactly. Like,
The
funny, but it's
Infinity
like
Cones.
the video.
That was I like that's funny, but
It's funny, but like, what are we trading that for? Did we not
yeah,
put those other scenes? Because these scenes, I can have both. Let's do both. But like, what's being traded off? And the same thing happened with Natalie Portman becoming Lady Thor. Like, they show the electricity and then they just cut it. Like, I guess because
yeah, bro.
the word to see her for the first time, but it's like, show us that scene. What is it
Yeah,
like for someone to become a Thor. Like that's the
Mm-hmm.
part that's the stuff that we like. We like the mythology. We like seeing those transformations. And they just went, not important. And instead they
Yeah.
remind us with that stupid play that the hammer was broken. Like that was a waste of time. We could have used that same
Mm-hmm.
time to have her become Thor, see the hammer come together, maybe have her do something that triggers it, right? So she has some
Mm-hmm.
sort of play and she just didn't get lucky, like
Yeah,
really build
because
the
it's like
character.
she just walked around the hammer.
Yeah, that's it.
Like it was like in this glass, right? This
Yeah.
glass case, and
So the
it's
electricity.
obviously in pieces. And she's just walking around, and you see it like shaking, and then that's it.
And then they cut the scene. And then it's
It's
like,
like,
all right,
yeah, like what the fuck?
are you
That could
happy,
have been
Thor?
anyone.
Yeah.
That could have been anyone like surrounding the fucking the Mjolnir. Like
Yeah.
someone could have had like a worse, like something worse.
Oh, the thing is, Thor spoke to Mjolnir.
Oh,
That's
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 right. That's right.
that's what
That's
happened. So
right.
it's it
Yeah,
now
yeah, yeah. You're
protecting
right.
her.
Yeah,
Like, why didn't do that before? Like, why not tie in
yeah.
her like
Hmm.
scientific? You know what I mean? Like, she could have been like, all right, I'm gonna study this thing, and then it
Yeah,
triggers it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to see that transformation, and they just skipped it to like have that moment
yeah.
where like she's upping Thor in the fight.
Hmm.
And I spoke about this in She-Hulk, where that's the common theme that I'm seeing with these new Marvel movies and this new phase. It's like the girls can never do wrong. The girls are beast immediately. Like
Immediately,
Thor
she
for a
knows what to
thousand
do
years.
immediately.
Yeah, immediately she was worthy. Immediately, she was using the hammer in a better way that Thor was. And that's cool. I love that
Yeah.
part. The
Oh, that
fact
was
that they were
dope
the
with like the
pieces
pieces and shit.
was dope.
That was fire. I love that.
I
Yeah, that
love
was
that,
cool.
and I want her to have that power.
Yeah, me
But it's
too.
just so funny how you can become like
A
overnight.
human at that.
Yeah. And it's
Like
like,
Thor's a fucking god.
yeah, exactly. Like, let her be a beast, but let her have character development. Let
Yeah.
her get better. Let her actually like find her way to powers and let her have her adventure instead of just skipping her to the end where it's like then
Mm-hmm.
you don't have that there's not as much admiration, there's not as much empathy like with you and the character because they're perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Mm-hmm.
we're not like that, so we can't relate to that. We relate to the character who struggles in the beginning and gets good over time because that's how we are.
Yeah,
So things
exactly.
like that
Yep.
like upset me. I was upset she died at the end. I wanted to see more Lady.
Yeah. Me
I'm a little
too.
happy that Thor's not getting replaced by Lady Thor, like what's happening in all the other movies.
Yeah.
But I'm sad that she died because I wanted to see more of them. I'm bought in their love relationship.
And I'm also curious, what what she has to do in like Valhalla, like how are they gonna continue that? Like at the end she was with Heimdall, and it's just like, all right, like what's gonna happen now? Are they gonna try to bring her back to Earth and like
Possible.
as a god mate, or I don't know. Like
It's
I'm
true.
curious to
Think
see
about it.
how that goes, but I just don't want Taika to be making. I don't want him to make the next movie.
Yeah, or like have an adult in the room with him. you
Yeah,
know, like let him
yeah,
have his fun so that we can have those crazy scenes. But like, we got to remember, he's a Viking warrior,
yeah.
killer.
Just remind us, like, just remind us, like how like he obviously. I don't know how to say this. Like Thor is such a great character. Like what they did with him in Ragnarok was perfect.
Yeah,
Because like the first and second one, he's like,
too serious.
he's still like, yeah, he's exactly serious. He's like also trying to figure himself out, blah blah blah. And like Ragnarok kind of like made it perfect where he he kind of knows what he wants. It's a character we want
Yeah.
where he's like a fucking badass, but there's also like serious and funny at the same time.
Yeah, he
Like,
doesn't take himself too seriously.
yeah, exactly.
The way I looked at it was like, oh, he's been chilling with Tony Stark. He's been chilling
Yeah,
with Steve Rogers. He's been chilling with humans. He's
yeah.
been around that. So he's like
Hmm.
he's incorporating a little bit of that in his personality, not taking himself so serious as a god. And that was
Hmm.
like it made the character better. But then they kept going in that direction where now he's dumb.
Yeah.
He
Now
can't
he's
even
just
do
dumb, a
Breaker. Like
fucking
he's
yeah.
not as
He's a
good as
brute.
Lady Thor. Yeah, so it's like that. And that's what I was mentioning earlier, where it's like they make the girl characters perfect. And when the girl character is on the same screen as a guy character, they have to knock him down a little bit.
Yeah, just a
I keep
little.
seeing that. I keep seeing that, and it's like maybe I'm imagining.
It's a pattern.
There's a
No,
pattern of
honestly, I don't think you are. Like I feel like
they got to make him an idiot, and it's like, why does he have to be
yeah,
an idiot? He's still 1,000-year-old, 1,400-year-old God who has all
yeah,
these experiences. He's still the hero. So
exactly.
it just you don't respect him as much while you're watching the movie. So it takes you out of it because you're like, and when he crashes through, it's funny,
And
but it's like,
and also that part where Jane what's it, Janie Foster thing?
Jane
Jamie
Foster. Yep.
Foster? Jane Foster.
Jane Foster. Yep.
When she's in the hospital there, like when she's dying, because she's trying to be Thor again.
Mhm.
Like I didn't take that part serious.
And
I
that was
couldn't.
it was that
And I
vibe
feel like
from
that part's supposed to be, like an emotional scene where it's just like, yo, this girl's gonna die to become Thor, to save everyone, whatever. And I didn't feel anything.
yeah.
Absolutely nothing, bro.
It was
Like
the
I laughed.
directing.
I just chuckled because I'm just like, this is the theme. This is the tone of it. And like I wanted to feel some type of way, but I couldn't.
Yeah, and that movie had so many opportunities for that. Like I was
Yeah.
sad that she died.
Me
Um,
too.
but like there was something like leading up
The
to it.
idea,
Yeah, it was just I guess it was the tone, it was the directing where
the
it's like
tone.
you're 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 giving you the stuff to be emotional about, but they're just not executing in the way
Yeah,
where you actually feel it. They're doing a lot
exactly.
like what happened with not killing gods and them Gore just being scary. Like, oh, everybody's scared of Gore, but you don't actually feel why. And the reason
Mm-hmm.
why that is because they're telling, not showing. Right? That's a
Yes.
technique in
That's
telling a story is you want to show. You don't want to just say, oh, this person's a badass, because then you're like, okay, the person's a badass.
mm-hmm.
You show them this person's a like you show them doing badass shit, then you just accept it. They're saying this is a sad scene. You should be sad.
Yeah, they're like this sad,
Like,
right? You're supposed
no,
to be sad.
show me why I'm sad. You know what I mean? Like make me feel it. But that's
Yeah.
and that's kind of what's happening right now with this phase. And I think this is why I want to keep talking about this phase
Mm-hmm.
is what's going wrong in the terms of it being a film. They're not they're not showing you it. They're not making you feel the thing. They're just kind of like they want to get these points across. They want to get these
Yeah.
ideas to you. And they're gonna do it short and sweet, lazy.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna throw all the colors to get you in. Like
Yeah.
it's it's very sugary, non-nutritious food. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're
Yeah,
not
I
getting
get
anything
you.
out of it, but it gets your attention.
Yeah. That I mean, like it was same like Ragnarok. Like visually, it was nice to watch.
Yep,
It was pleasing to the eye, as they say.
sure.
Like it was a beautiful film. Like even like the part where when they go visit Gore on his planet, it's black and white. Like that shit was dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was super super dope to watch. So visually there was some parts in the film where I was just like, wow, this is dope. But like I think the feel, the emotion, like the tone kind of kills it.
Yeah,
It sucks.
and it bleeds through the whole movie. Like
Hmm.
again, them trying to get there. They have the scene where they strip Thor, and it's like, okay, fun,
Yeah,
whatever. We move on. They make Zeus a joke too,
a
right?
complete joke.
Like Zeus is supposed to be more powerful than Thor, and
Yeah.
like cool, it's fun, but like let's remind us what universe we're in. These people
Hmm.
don't fucking play around. Like, you know what I mean? This is serious in a
Yeah.
way, in a fake fictional way, but whatever.
Hmm.
Like even up to the end, where the final fight is Thor with an army of children.
With Army of Children.
That like they
And he
really did that.
get,
They went, yo, this
yeah,
is the
dude.
idea. We're gonna stick with this, and it's just like it's about being funny. Like
Yeah.
again, there's cool scenes in there. Like
Hmm.
Heimdall's son. I like that they're introducing
Yeah, that was cool.
powerful. They had a girl with a teddy bear and she's pointing the teddy bear and it's shooting lightning from its eyes. Like that stuff is cool. I'm not gonna deny
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
But like to think like, all right, Thor, who's the hero, who's here to protect the kids, is now putting the kids in danger by letting them fight instead of like, yo, get out of here. I'm gonna take care of this. He just
Yeah.
does this thing that he can now do. Right? I don't know.
Hmm. Out of
How are you?
nowhere.
Like, why don't you fucking do that shit the millions of times? Either way, it doesn't matter. And he gives the power to kids, and now the kids are fighting. And it's like, not only is this not serious, it's silly, but it makes me think Thor's dumb because you're just gonna let these kids fight these scary things. You take it.
After they were fucking imprisoned by
Yeah,
Gore.
that's why you're here, right? To protect you. No, you fight.
No, you go fight. I'll give you my power. You go fight.
Yeah, and he's like, I
Yeah, it's
can't.
so true. I didn't think that.
It's
That's
like
so
some
funny.
Nickelodeon shit. Like I don't
Yeah.
care to see that. Like, and then they do it again with Love at the end, where like they're gonna
Yeah.
go fight, and then like he gives her Stormbreaker, and they're it's just
Hmm.
funny because I'm like I've seen this. It's like I'm seeing a little clumsy kid
Yeah.
fighting. You know, it's just not believable. Like the whole thing's already not believable because it's a fiction. I get that. It can be silly,
Hmm.
can go out there, but when I start seeing that, it's like it takes me more out of it, right? Because you need
Yeah.
your disbelief suspended when you watch it. You have to stop thinking, "Oh, this is fake," or you can't really enjoy it. You know what I mean?
I
You got to
get
be
you.
bought
Yeah.
into the story. You got to be in it. And when they start doing things like that, it takes me out of it more so. And
Hmm.
now I can't. Now I'm taking it less seriously, even though I'm already taking it not that seriously.
Yeah. I think. And also like you try to give movies like this the benefit of the doubt because it's from a comic book. Comic books are fucking crazy. Comic books are ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
they're over the top, fucking silly,
Yep.
crazy, but they can also be like, they can also have you feeling some type of way.
Yeah,
They can also, you can feel emotion.
for sure.
And
It's still a story. They're still
it's
relatable.
still exactly, it's still a story to be told and shit. Like you can do it right. And like this movie didn't do it for me. It
Yeah.
didn't. It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was I was I was
I
so
still
hyped for
like
this fucking movie.
the what? Yeah.
I was hyped.
And part of it was like for me, like I was really hyped for Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And then I watched, I was very disappointed. So when you told me that Thor was that good, I'm like, oh, okay, then it's not that good.
And you know what's funny? I actually like Doctor Strange,
We talk
Multiverse
about
of
that one next.
Madness. Yeah.
As we go through, there's no rush on
I
it.
actually liked it.
We'll talk about that. But like I actually like Thor. I watched the whole thing and I liked it. I have
Yeah.
to kind of turn my brain off every once in a while. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna ignore that because I want to just enjoy the movie.
Hmm.
Because it was action packed here and there. It was fun. It was funny, but I just see this trend with these movies that keep happening. That again, it takes away from the fact that it's a film and there's a story being told.
Yeah.
These are the things that kind of bother me. But again,
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. Like here's one thing. Like to get off topic slightly. I was mentioning earlier how they there's this message that they want to get across and they sacrifice other things, right? They're going to sacrifice these cool action scenes because they're not going to play because we got to talk about this stuff. They're going to sacrifice plot and character development and scenes making sense just so that they can have an idea that goes through. There's a point. And it's like within the span of like 3 minutes, it's when they're on the ship on the way to go fight Gore. Within that 3 minutes, they tell you that Valkyrie's gay, Korg is gay, and that men can have kids together, and that there's polygamous dolphins. Do you remember that scene?
I don't remember that.
They're on the ship. Korg and Valkyrie are drinking together, and then they're talking about their loves, and it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I there's no issue with that.
Oh, there's when they're in space.
This is when they're in space on the way to the planet.
Yeah, on the way to okay.
Yeah, Korg and
Oh,
Valkyrie
when
are
they see
inside.
when they see the whales in like
It's whales,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
that
I
same
remember.
scene.
I remember.
So again, they're telling you like, all right, these characters are gay. To me, that's not even like shocking.
Yeah, whatever.
I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
I don't see where that belongs.
yeah, but
A,
whatever.
a movie that's partly for kids too, but that's not even it. It's just
Yeah.
shortly after, then they start talking about the whales, how the whales they're polygamous.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so they're describing like because they're talking. The whole scene is about love, right? Like
Yeah.
your
Hmm.
love, and
Yeah, yeah.
now Jane and Thor are talking, and they're like finally hashing out their love, and then there's like an off comment about like these whales that like they have multiple partners and whatever, like and essentially talking about polygamy. Again, it's a space comic book superhero thing, that type of stuff, like that world building, I like. Like, oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
how the Korg babies are born. Is what it,
Yeah.
cool. I like that stuff. Like, oh,
Hmm.
there are these creatures that's how they experience love. But then I have to sit here and think that, how much money went into these scenes and time that could went to other aspects of building the superhero so that they could talk about polygamy together. Because that's what I'm seeing. It's like, why are kids sitting here listening about polygamy? And it's just
Yeah.
again, it's these trends, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of this started happening when Disney took over, and then we can go into a whole fucking shit with that. But it's like, what are we doing? Why are we
Yeah.
talking about these things when there's so much that needs to be built in this world?
We
And
don't. Yeah. We don't. That type of stuff. Like we don't really need to know.
don't care about it.
And I'm sure they're doing that because kids are watching. They want I guess they want kids to I guess have some like relatability.
I
You know
think
what I
so.
mean? Like it's just that could be it, but
I also think that
I agree. I feel like that's a waste of time. Like we don't need to be knowing about this shit.
yeah,
You don't need to tell me about this.
yeah. I think it's part of them trying to go like, look, we're tolerant. We're gonna talk about it. We'll
Yeah.
educate you on this. And it's like, yeah, this is not your place.
Yeah.
Show me a fight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's
tell
just
me about
like,
a
all right,
character. Yeah.
if Valkyrie's gay, then it's okay for you to be gay. That's
Which is
basically
fine.
yeah, that's fine.
Fine.
But
It
it's
is
just
okay to
like,
be gay. But like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this in the movie?
yeah, like there's
Again,
no point of it.
and when they talked about Korg and Valkyrie being gay, it's like, all right, whatever. Again, I think
Yeah,
about it,
that's fine. I
whatever.
don't
But when they go and they immediately start talking about polygamy, it's like, wait, now we're talking about
yeah,
something
you're like,
different.
hold on.
Now we're not talking about the same thing we were
Yeah,
talking about a minute ago. And that's kind of like what it
yeah,
feels like they're doing. It's like, oh yeah, this is kind of like
yeah.
there is like culture shaping that's happening here. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where a lot of movies they are sacrificing the film and story so that they can sprinkle in propaganda. And like I'm
Yeah.
seeing it a lot, and I don't think that's where like that's not where the movie failed. The movie didn't fail with the propaganda, but it's like
No,
coming
of course not.
in.
Yeah.
Like it just the priority's not there. The priority is not to tell these old stories about a hero rising up, defeating evil.
Yeah.
That's not no longer the priority for them. It's and we can talk a lot about that with Doctor Strange. But these are the things that I noticed, and I just wonder where the remaining Marvel movies are gonna go if they're gonna continue on the same pattern, and then this is where I get worried.
Honestly, I think it is. I think they're just gonna go down this path of like this whole like woke message.
Yeah,
I think it's inevitable because it's like these Marvel movies are so big.
yeah,
Everyone's watching them.
yeah,
Everybody's watching them.
and that's where the culture
Like
is.
I'm sure I'm 100%, and we haven't seen Black Panther 2 yet, but
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
we know for a fact there's gonna be some sort of fucking like propaganda, like and in any little scene. There's
Yep,
probably gonna be multiple scenes,
it's probably gonna be a lot.
but
Gonna be a lot.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely there's always gonna be culture wars. People are gonna tell
Yeah.
you that their virtues and their values are better than yours, and vice versa,
Mm-hmm.
so on and so forth. And that's just what's happening here, especially when you have such a big
Yeah.
company like Disney they've been doing it in Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
doing it in their cartoons.
Yep.
So you're gonna see that, and it's just like, just tell the story. Just tell the story. Let us see what's going on with Thor and Jane
Yeah.
Gore. Like,
Yeah. We
give us
don't.
that full experience with it, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Um, and I don't know. I don't know how much more I could say about the movie. Besides, I did like the action. I like that fucking the Cosmo guy, the guy that
Oh,
gave
Eternity.
Eternity. They did a great
Eternity was
job.
dope
They did a great
because he
job.
looks just like the comics. Yeah.
Yes, but without
They did a
a
really good
fourth
job.
character in the room, right? You felt like there was three characters in the room. It was
Yeah.
maybe Thor and Thor, and I thought that was great. Again, a beautiful scene
That
where
was
she
cool.
dies.
Mm-hmm.
He changes his way. He brings the girl back. They could have done other things to bring back fucking Jane Foster too. He
Yeah.
just wanted to kill her. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very cool, like where eternity was there without taking away from that dialogue. And then, it all leads
Yeah.
to Thor's level up and his level up
Hmm.
now that he's a father. And
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
That's great.
See where
I
this goes.
love that.
Yeah,
Yep.
let these characters grow. I'm fine
Hmm.
with characters changing. When they change them too much, it's an issue, but or change them with no purpose. But this is a purpose.
Yeah.
This is something where like it's actually like a traditional thing where it's like, all right, like if you
Hmm.
want to level up, it's time for you to become a man, become a father.
Yeah, that's
Come
it.
on.
Become a father. Yup. You have this responsibility. Like, you're. I like that message. Where just like, you know, you're a superhero because you're a father.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I like that. I think that's cool.
yeah.
So I did like the ending. Well, that part.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because like in the beginning of the movie, he's like going through a depression, right? Because he's lost all these people, he's trying to find his purpose again. And for that to all kind of go towards the direction of him like stepping up, taking up responsibility and training the next generation, I think
Hmm.
that is how that story lays out.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see him even chill with the Guardians of the Galaxy for much. I wanted to see that
Yeah, that was yeah. I'm hoping maybe the third one, maybe they show like
and come
I
back.
don't know. Yeah, maybe like a flashback scene of like them together. I don't know. Something.
Because they got us so hyped with that at the end of Endgame, where it's like,
It was
oh,
great.
Thor's in the Guardians of the
Yeah, I
Galaxy.
was like, what? They're gonna be together. That's so fucking cool. Like imagine the ventures and shit. Like if they actually like show that.
Yep.
That'd be dope.
So cool. That would have been so cool. I felt like that should
Yeah.
have been before Thor. That's why I was surprised when they said Thor 4 before Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Because I'm like, wait, I mean,
Mm,
Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be part of
yeah.
Thor, where he should have been a Guardian for a bit. And like they can have their
Yeah.
storyline and then they can go on to
That's
their own.
so true.
Yeah. So that was kind of disappointing to me. And it also ties back into that beginning scene where they're kind of giving you that montage of like Thor being a guardian and like them doing stuff with them. They do it so quickly.
Yeah.
He's an idiot throughout the whole thing. He destroys that
An
tower
idiot.
for
Yep.
them. He's being silly,
Hmm.
and you see it's just like they stay on brand. When they do something, they're at least
Yep.
consistent with it. And like that
Yeah.
again is the how the rest of the movie goes out. Thor is silly,
Hmm.
even though there's these serious things like, oh, you just destroyed our temple. It's like, ha ha, ha. We don't
Yeah,
care
that's
about
it.
stupid religion.
They gave him two fucking goats.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, that
the whole thing is it's weird. And it just
yeah, it was weird.
it again, I enjoyed the movie, but I just get worried where are they going?
Yeah, now I'm worried after this. Now I'm just like, all right, are they gonna continue this whole theme like where Thor's a dumbass and like he's not a fucking god, he's just an idiot that they're all taking advantage of, like, or are they gonna like completely turn shit around where it's just like, all right, like this is the badass. Like I want to see the Viking Thor I saw in Avengers.
Yep.
When he's fucking fighting Thanos. Like I want to see that. I want to see that type of Thor again because
Yep.
it's like because again like it's fine and have these light silly themes and like the
Yeah.
next movie, let's say Thor 5 it is announced, which I'm sure they probably will, but like I'm hoping in this movie they they just like chill with like the silly funny tones, like chill, you can still have it, it's fine, but not as much,
Yeah.
just
Or like when
let's
it's
let's
time to be
see.
serious, let it be serious.
Yeah, let it be serious,
Like
exactly.
when Thor is fighting Gore, which I love that their names all rhyme.
Thor and
Uh
Gore.
Thor and Gore, like when they have those moments, like bring us into that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like capitalize on that aspect, the fact that he's the
Hmm.
warrior. So I guess it's just a matter of time. Like we just gotta see, right? Who knows?
Yeah, we got to see. That's
I
it.
didn't
You
know
never
Ragnarok
know.
was gonna be good,
Me
because after
neither.
Dark World, I had low expectations.
Yeah, I was just like,
Not
eh.
being good. I thought
Yep.
Love and Thunder was gonna be great. Not the case. So maybe the next one will turn things around. I think
Yeah, I'm
we'll see
hoping.
more when we watch Black Panther, when we watch Ant-Man Quantumania, like, and we can see like, this is what they're going to be doing with the core movies. Because again, a lot of the issue with a lot of what Marvel's been putting out is they're just putting bad writers on the like
Yeah.
on the job. That's what it comes down to. just bad writers. I don't know how they're giving them the job. What's the deciding factor of like, hey, we're gonna put you in charge of this.
Mm-hmm.
But all I know is they're being spread so thin, at least, that they're not able to put good writers on everything.
Yeah.
And it fails. That's part of why Love and Thunder didn't do what they were supposed to do, and Multiverse. But if they can put the right people in place, Black Panther might be good, Ant-Man will probably be good, and then we can just forget about this phase.
Yeah, just that's it.
That's
Let's put this phase behind us. That's it. It is what it is. You know, had his ups and downs, but like I'm hoping, you know, Black Panther 2 is good. Because let me tell you, I saw the first one yesterday. I saw the first one last night.
solid.
That movie is so fucking perfect.
Yeah, and that's what we asked
That
for.
movie is so perfect. It's so perfect. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And like it's really unfortunate like that Chadwick's not with us anymore, because the man, like watching him yesterday, I was like, wow, like this man did phenomenal. Like he was incredible, and like just knowing that he's gone is just it impacts, you know, how you feel towards the movie more.
Yeah.
So like if you watch it again, I definitely recommend watching it again, because it's been a while for me.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I already know I'm gonna have to go through everything again anyways.
Yeah, once you watch it, you're gonna be like, holy shit, like that movie is fucking ridiculous.
I watched Chadwick in a movie the other day where he's a cop. There's a bunch of like solid movie. I'll get you the name, but like just watching him in action, it's like this guy's such a beast.
Yeah, and but it also like bums you out, because he's like, because now you know who the Black Panther is, and you just you're like, fuck, yo.
We went in on that one. If you guys didn't watch the Black Panther review video, we
watch that.
We went into every emotion we had about it, and then we'll be watching Black Panther within the next couple days, and then we get to talk about that. But any final remarks about Thor? Or did we already fucking to the ground?
Yeah, I mean, again, like I liked it. I didn't love it. It had some good parts. It had some really bad parts. I hope Taika does something else. I hope they take him off the next Thor.
I think so too. I think it's time.
Or they should just threaten him. Like, yo, if you don't make it as good as Ragnarok, then
have him there to help. Have him there to
maybe be a producer.
Yeah, but like get somebody who's gonna give,
like, if you really want to save that shit, bring fucking this dude. What's his name? That made Guardians. James Gunn. Because that man could make a hilarious movie, but also like make it emotional. Like, look what he did with Guardians. Like,
incredible. Those are my favorite ones.
Even I don't know if you watch Suicide Squad. Like his version of Suicide. Yo, dude, watch that shit. Watch it.
Okay.
I definitely recommend
I ignored
because it's the same feel. It's the same feel.
Okay. Cool.
Same feel. Like you'll love it. If you like obviously you love all the Guardians, so
so essentially the moral of the story here is, if you want it to be good, you have to have a good director.
Yes.
You have to get rid of the
good writers.
Get rid of the writers. Keep the actors, but everything else get rid of.
Man.
And then that movie will be perfect.
Fucking gore, man. That's so sad.
Yeah, so much potential there. That could have been amazing. If
they used one of the best actors
that we have,
ever.
And
they did not utilize that man to his full potential. Like, it's sad.
Yeah.
But that's like my takeaway of the fucking movie.
I think that's a big part of it. It's like he was so good that everything else was just bringing down how good his character was. Like, all right, you know, again, like it was too childish, too colorful.
Yeah.
Let that guy do what he was doing. Build a movie around that. Let's be scared of him. I was terrified of him. Let's continue.
Yes. Let's do it.
We're in fucking danger. There was no scene.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, and they could have done more.
He could have done more, bro.
He could have been killing gods. He could have been in that fucking auditorium slaying fucking people, and everybody.
Yep.
And we're like, what happened? Nope. They just skipped it. They want to talk to you about, whales, whale orgies. But everybody, thank you so much for joining.
Oh man,
it's always fun. It's always fun. Shout out to Marvel.
Go forever.
or forever. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to enjoy these movies.
Like and subscribe and comment. Comment.
And comment.
Let
Let
us
us know what you
know.
think.
Let us know
If
how
you,
we can improve. Let
yes.
us know what you love. Let us know what you hate. I want to hear
Yeah, if
some
you disagree with us, let us
criticism.
know. Let us know that we
Yeah.
talk back and we're haters. Because
Yeah,
we
let
are.
us know. Let us know, like,
But
we
if we're
should just
right,
stop doing this at all. Let us know. But we're
but
not
if you
gonna
think we're
stop.
crazy, let us
We're
know.
not gonna stop.
If you want us to realize that we're not crazy and a lot of people agree with us, let us know. Keep
Let
coming.
us know.
You want us to
Comment.
talk about a
Comment.
certain movie, we'll talk about it as long as it's
Comment.
good.
As long as it's good. We don't watch bad movies.
Yeah, don't recommend me some garbage shit.
Yeah.
We always talk. We all everything we watch though we fucking talk shit about now.
Even if it's good, we still gonna talk shit.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. But that's pretty much it, Kevin. I love you, my brother.
I love you too.
Love you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More to come. More to come. More to
Tell them
come.
what's the next video.
I think Black Panther.
Black Panther? Black Panther. See you in Black Panther land. Black Panther land.